So Alvaro, firstly, how are you?
Yeah, no, well, better. I feel better physically after the test in Jerez and in Portimao. Now I'm improving my physical condition. So yeah, I feel good on the normal life, but on the bike is a different history. So, but yes, I think I'm better than in the test.
Obviously, I think it's fair to say, struggled a bit more with the injury in Jerez. But do you think the two tests um, have actually helped your physical condition, just getting back on the bike and being, I guess, in bike shape? Have they helped from that point of view going into Phillip Island later this month?
Yeah, for sure. Because all the work you do at your home, it's okay. But at the end, the muscle works in a different way on the bike, no? So I think the best therapy is just to ride in the bike to make laps. And in fact, in Portimao, I did a lot of laps. Yeah, I think it's the best way to recover faster than other things, no?
Do you think because you were limited a little bit with your physical condition, the fact that you've had Nicolo Bulega go so quickly on the other side of the garage, has that, whilst you're trying to almost get yourself back to 100% physically, is it good to have seen your teammate go that fast just to again prove that the bike is where it should and it needs to be going into the new season?
Yeah, exactly. No, I think well, it's true that Nicolo is using how to say the normal weight bike. No, I'm using a heavier bike than him, but yeah, it's always good to see the potential of the bike. Not only Nicolo, but also another Ducati riders that they went fast on the test. That means that the bike potential is good. No, so yeah, I think it's always positive to have a fast rider like a teammate, because also you can compare the data and you can, and if he can go fast, you can go fast, no? So yeah, it's really nice, and I'm happy to have him in my side, because uh, the first rider you want to beat is your teammate, no?
Yeah.
So to have him is also a good motivation for me. Yeah, I have to do my best to stay with him.
Do you think, given how strong he's been, obviously I know that at different times in the test, he's maybe been on a different testing program to other riders, but do you feel that he can sustain this when the racing actually starts and we get into qualifying the races and you sort of see the normal names like yourself, Toprak, Jonathan come up to the fore? Do you think he can maintain that and be a serious contender even in his first season?
Yeah, for sure. In fact, I remember last year when many journalists asked me about the rivals, no, about the Toprak changing to BMW, and also with Jonathan switching to Yamaha. And nobody asked me about Nicolo, but I always say, "Oh, be careful, because Nicolo is real good rider. He's very young. He's very talented rider, and also the approach he do in the weekend, also in Super Sport, he's very professional, and the way to do the working he does during the weekend is very similar as mine. No, so I put him in the names fighting for the championship. So for me, it's not like a surprise. No, sincerely, I expect to have him fighting from the first race. No, even if he is a rookie rider, I think he can fight for the title from the first year.
I wanted to get your views. I mean, you've probably been asked about it a lot now, which is the weight limit rule. Um, So far, because I know Ducati said that they've added about 6 kilos to your bike, more or less. How, just in terms of rideability on the bike, how has that sort of impacted you so far?
Yeah, for sure, to have how to say, Superbikes are the heaviest bike in the racing, no, because are, I think, 11 or 12 kilos heavier than the MotoGP, no. So already the bike is too heavy. I'm small and I'm light, so for me it's not easy to ride this kind of bike. For me, was easier than MotoGP because I have more control on the bike, no? And already this bike, I feel more difficult. If you add 6-7 kilos more, it's even more difficult, no? Especially because when you have a setup in the bike like we did the last two years, now with more kilos, more inertial, it's more difficult to ride, and also we have to find a small adjustment on the setup, no? So we arrived in the tracks that the last year the setup was perfect. Now we have to make some adjustment that maybe in a track we can arrive faster. On another track we don't find the correct setup, no? So it's always more difficult to ride a bike like more heavy, you know? So yeah, for sure will be more difficult for me. And I think also more dangerous because in a crash, the bike will need more space to stop, no, and more runoff area. In many tracks that already we are like in the limit on the runoff area. Now with a heavier bike, we need more space, no. So yeah, I think the rule for me is not fair because already I struggle a lot with this kind of bikes. But yeah, at the end, everybody except me. But yeah, is what we have now, no?
Well, it's interesting to hear your perspective because in Portimao, your old teammate Rinaldi was again asked about it, and he said that he's had to find a little bit of weight to put on the bike, but not as much as you, and that you're the rider who suffered the most. And he, exactly like you said that he accepts the rule, but he doesn't think it's right. And he actually went as far as to say that he thinks it's a rule against you, which I think some sectors of the Superbike paddock might agree with as well. So do you feel like because of your success, I mean, even in MotoGP, it hasn't necessarily been against, you know, a rider's weight, but you've seen Ducati suffer in MotoGP with all the concessions going to Honda and Yamaha, and even Aprilia and KTM gaining a bit of concessions over Ducati. Do you feel like anytime someone has a large amount of success, that it's fair to then penalize them in these sorts of ways?
Yeah, for me, is what they say. No, it's not fair to add weight to. At the end, is the rule is not made for me. It's for the championship. But at the end, I'm the only rider that have to put some weight on the bike. No, so at the end, I'm the only rider who is penalized by this rule. No, and for me, it's not fair that if Ducati and me work hard and work well and we arrive to a good performance, I don't think that it's fair that they penalize the good work. So I understand that they want to make a very competitive championship, but I think it's better to help the other manufacturers or the other riders, helping them, I don't know, with they did in MotoGP with some concession, but to improve their level, not to penalize our performance, no. So for me, I understand that they want to have more competitive championship, and for sure I'm agree, but don't make me penalize my performance. So my performance is high, so why I have to you have to go down with my performance to equal all the championship? No, you have to help to the other to arrive to my performance, no. So it's what I'm angry for that, no, because it's not fair that they penalize when you make good work, or when you get a good performance. I mean, in the life, when you make the things good, the people have to applaud you. Here, no. If you make the things good, you have to go worse. I don't understand. But yeah, it's the mentality of this championship is a bit strange.
Do you think, because other riders have, I won't say names, but some other riders who are, let's say, a lot taller have said things about a weight limit being introduced. Do you think maybe the championship has listened too much to other riders, or let's say teams or voices that aren't maybe are looking for the best interests of themselves and not the championship, and then they've acted on that without realizing what they may be doing to the rules?
Yeah, I think when I was riding for Honda, nobody complained about the weight, no. But when we start to win a lot, they complain about the bike performance. It was too high. Ducati was too very good bike, so impossible to fight against Ducati. They have to cut the RPMs or to and then they say, okay, but the only Ducati winning is Alvaro. I know it's because the weight is too light, too light. But for me, are excuses like it's like they don't recon that I can be good rider as well. So not only win for the bike or for my weight. Maybe I can win because I'm good rider. I won in 125cc, and I was fighting for podium in MotoGP. Maybe I'm a good rider as well. No, I mean it's not only the bike or the weight. No, and it's like they try to find some excuse to don't recon that maybe I'm better rider than them, no? And for sure, if you see more or less the average of riders in all the history of the motorbikes are with a kind of height and also weight. So we are like not too big, not too strong. So normally, some extreme case like Valentino is too tall, or but in the normal rider configuration, we are not too big and not too strong. So the problem is that in a World Superbike there are a lot of tall riders and very strong and like so. I mean, if you want to be a rider, you have to work to be a rider, no? And in the case, for example, Alex Espargaró in MotoGP, he's tall, but he wants to be a rider, no? So he make a lot of training. He try to be fit. So, but the problem is what they say, no? Instead, the rider work in themselves to be a rider or to be in better shape. They try to penalize the rider that make that work, no? So for me it's not fair, and it started like an excuse for to don't recon me that I can be good. It's like it create a lot of rumor. At the end was like seems like it's true. It's not true, but seems like it's true, no? So yeah, I'm not happy for in the way that it started.
Just one more question on this, I guess, because obviously you will want to win again. And if you can win this year, I guess just from a personal point of view, being able to overcome that rule change and show that, it doesn't matter how much of a deficit you tried to give me, I was still able to win. But do you think if some other riders are able to win a bit more, that it's going to almost tint a little bit their success if they've seen that over the last 2 years? Because you've been really, really dominant, but like to your point, it's only been you on the Ducati, which says a lot more that it's you and it's not all the Ducati riders. Otherwise, you would have yourself, Rinaldi, Bassani, Ertl. They would have all been 1, 2, 3, 4, but you've been the only one. So if you see other riders now benefit so much from this rule, from a personal point of view, will you feel like they had to do almost a rule change to try and beat me?
Yeah, but it's sincerely it's we did 2 years with a really good result, especially last year we did incredible numbers. I don't think that other riders can do it, no? Even with this rule changing, I don't think that other rider can be as dominant as we did, especially last year, no? But I don't know. Certainly, even me, without this rule, it's difficult to equal or to improve the results from last year, no? Because we broken a lot of records. about victories, podiums, no. So it's really difficult. So I think this rule more than benefit to the other riders. I think it penalize only me, no, more. So they will be same because they don't have to put some weight or to change the bike, no. They will have the same, exactly the same bike and the same setup, everything from last year. The only rider that have to get used to this rule is myself, no. So more than benefit to the other is just penalized to me.
Yeah. Just final question, and I really appreciate you doing this today, Alvaro. Final question is, now that you've seen a bit of testing and you've seen the other riders, and also you know that you've got more to give as your physical condition improves, where do you sort of see World Superbike? Because obviously a lot of people would maybe say that it could be one of the most competitive seasons we've ever had. So in terms of challenges, do you think it's the same riders, or there's a few more names who could be in that mix? Obviously, you mentioned your teammate as well.
Yeah, I think this season is so expected by everybody, no. Sincerely, I'm happy because I feel part of this excitement of the Superbike now, because when I feel that when I come in 5 years ago in 2019, it was like the championship. Nobody watch a lot, no. But then the people start to see the races, the fighting, no. So I feel part of this improvement of the championship, and I think every year is better and better. And for sure, this season is very. It creates a lot of expectation for all the chains of the rider with some teams and the new arrivals and the new rules. So it's like a lot of expectation about what will happen, no? I think Jonathan, Toprak, and Nicolo will be three names that they will fight in all the races for the victory. And then we will have Locatelli as well in some races that he went very fast last year. For sure, Low's brother, also they will be in some races. Andrea None is always fast. So, yeah, I think will be more names in maybe not all the races, but many races fighting. But I think the three riders fighting for the title will be Jonathan, Toprak, and Nicolo.
Brilliant. Well, that's it, Alvaro. I really appreciate you you doing this today.
Thank you very much.
And good luck for the season, and I'm sure I'll see you at some of the circuits.
All right. Thank you, mate.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Alvaro.